Alrighty, welcome everybody. Minnesota Vikings 1-1 taking on the undefeated Cincinnati Bengals. And it's going to be an intriguing matchup as both teams are going to be playing their backup quarterbacks. But nonetheless, we are here and joined by a Bengals fan. Especially if you are part of the Grassi Posse, you know her and love her. It is Steph. Welcome, Steph. How are we doing today?
Hey Adam, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, we're here. We are So I mean, you guys are somehow 2-0. So I would say, first off, congrats on that, because you usually have a slow start to the season. So to be 2-0, I mean, you got to be impressed by that. So, but how would you say the first 2 weeks have been for you? You know, I mean, record and all, whatever. So, how do you feel like they've been performing?
Um, so barely beating the Browns was scary.
Yeah.
One, because of their missed kick. Our O line is still sus.
Mm-hmm.
We saw that last week with Burrow's injury, and then last week, I know we were getting to North pretty well, but then when Brown came in, he still threw 3 picks. But our defense is definitely gotten a lot better this year.
Oh, 100%. I do agree that your defense has been a lot better. A lot better than last year, and it could be a key factor into this game tomorrow. Um, but before actually getting further, I probably should have started with this. How to explain everyone? I mean, it can be a very simple explanation, or I don't know the exact detail. But like, how did you become a Cincinnati Bengals fan?
So I was born, I live in Dayton, which is our Cincinnati, and I was born right into the 81 season when we went to Super Bowl 16, the year of Freezer Bowl. I actually asked my dad this on Monday when the news about the injuries, and I'm like, why did you let me be a Bengals fan? He's like, because the Browns got rid of a player, Jim Brown retired, and then they hired Paul. So
Right.
it started when he was like 14, so he switched to Lucas right away.
All right. All right. I got it. Got it. Hey. Yeah. I could love it. That whole history with the the brown and all that. I mean, it's better to be a Cincinnati Bengals fan, especially now, than a Cleveland Browns fan. I will say that. So, but in terms of now, as I said at the start of the video, we do have a couple of backups. Vikings, Carson Wentz after JJ McCarthy sprained his ankle. Jake Browning coming in for you guys. This is not going to be the first time that Jake Browning uh, has played against the Minnesota Vikings 2 years ago, actually. After going up 17-3 in the fourth quarter, Jake Browning led the Bengals into overtime, where they would eventually win in overtime, 27-24 against our backup quarterback, Nick Mullins, at the time, because that was when Kirk Cousins was injured. That was
But you also had Josh Dobbs injured, right?
Josh Dobbs. Actually, no, we benched Josh Dobbs because the game before that was the Raiders game where we only won 3-0, and we put in Nick
Oh God, that game.
final drive, and he led us to the drive where we got a field goal on. So we decided to then start Nick Mullins instead of Josh Dobbs. So that was sort of the end of the Josh Dobbs era, and then we started the Nick Mullins era. Both I remember, yeah, both quarterbacks in the game threw over three. Let's see, they threw over 300 yards apiece. Um, obviously, Jake Browning had less picks than Nick Mullins, but I don't know. I mean, do you sort of see like the Jake Browning could have a similar performance like a couple years ago, or is this or do you feel like this is like a different team now? I mean, obviously you don't have Joe Mixon uh, anymore running back. I forgot who is your running back?
Chase Brown.
Let's see. Chase Brown. Yes, that's right. So, do you think this offense? I mean, do you think this offense with Jake Browning now, especially without Joe Burrow in the lineup, do you think it can still um, be clicking like or continue what you had from that Jaguars game? Because Jake Browning, while he did have um, what was it like? I think was a couple interceptions. He or actually three interceptions. He did put up. I mean, he did put. I don't know. I mean, how would you you know how do you think it's gonna go? Basically, sorry, I know I'm rambling on. Basically, just because it's an experience.
I think it'll go pretty well because he does have a rapport. He's been with us 3 or 4 years now. So he does have a
Mm-hmm.
rapport with Jamar and the team. So getting the ball to them shouldn't be much of an issue. Brad has actually had a pretty close start though. So our running game, not too great.
Not too great. Okay, so definitely, yeah. Stopping the pass is gonna be a very key thing for the Vikings. Obviously, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, both from LSU. They want to one up each other, so that is gonna be very key. And we couldn't stop Jamar the last time we faced you guys. I mean, Justin Jefferson had an okay day, um, but obviously, um, I remember Jamar actually. I remember a quote actually this week. He said, "If will Justin allow you allow you to gritty in his house?" And he's like, if he doesn't, I'm gonna or like something along the lines of if he doesn't, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do anything, or I'm gonna try to get a touchdown. And so I'm like, okay, we'll see. We'll see what happens. And again, with your defense, obviously it has improved. Do you think? I don't know. I don't know how much you've seen, or like you think. Do you think it would have been a tougher or similar or test if it was JJ McCarthy? I don't know how much you've seen, but like, or do you think Carson Wentz uh, shows like I don't know, like a different a different look or I don't know how do you see it?
After the way that McCarthy played on Monday, I think we probably would have had an easy game no matter what. But with Wentz, it's going to be more of a battle, backup versus backup. Wentz obviously has the experience, he has the Super Bowls. So,
That's fair. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. So, and in terms of I don't know what were your expectations going into this season, and what are your expectations now? Obviously, you barely missed the playoffs last year. This year, you are 2-0, but now you don't have Joe Burrow. Um, are your expectations like still like okay, maybe Jake Browning until December, maybe can lead us, can help, can at least maintain us, and maybe we can get to the playoffs when we can still be in contention when Joe Burrow comes back in December, or are you more, I don't know, like are you more negative, or like this season's like done already? I don't know what side you're sort of like on right now because
I don't think it's done yet. The problem is that our next 4 games after this one are going to be monster. We have the Broncos on Monday Night Football, then the Lions, then the Packers, then the Steelers on Thursday night.
oh.
I,
Ooh.
I feel like if he can keep us around 500, I think that's going to be good enough for me.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Stick. I mean, it's not in. Definitely not an easy task for to ask of your backup, but I can sort of get in that agree in that mindset. If you can stay around 500 and come December, let's just say maybe he returns. I don't know. Maybe like against let me see. Against the Bills, maybe it would be like a good, or even like the Ravens later on in the, could definitely it would definitely help to it definitely help, and maybe you can get over that uh uh finish line. But I think this this tomorrow will be a good test to see um where maybe things stand in terms of maybe those chances. Now, looking at the injury report, you do have Shamar Stewart out and Cam Taylor Britt out. I mean, sorry, not doubtful. I should say not out, but doubtful. Um, uh, Tomorrow for the game. For the Vikings, our outs are going to be our starting center Ryan Kelly, obviously JJ McCarthy, and we'll see. And then Justin School, he'll be out, but he was back. He was backing up Christian Darrisaw. We'll see if Christian Darrisaw comes back or not, and then a lot of other questionables for us, whether it is Darrisaw, Harrison Smith, Van Ginkel. So a lot of uh, injuries, more on the Viking side than on the Bengals side. But yeah, not having Shamar Stewart or Cam Taylor Britt, most likely for Cam Taylor Britt. Um, you think that is going to make a big impact? I mean, is that going to be a big blow for your defense, or do you think just Trey Hendrickson is just going to is just going to take over and do it all himself?
Well, Cam has not been very good the last season and a half, so I don't think missing him is going to be too much. I am excited though. Jordan Battle has been really good since 2 weeks, so he can pick it up at least.
Okay, okay, yeah, and yeah, and we'll see. Yeah, and we're gonna see what happens for the Viking side of it. A lot of I'm hoping, like for example, like Darrisaw plays, because that would be very. I would like to have some protection against Trey Hendrickson, because that's the one person I do fear all the time. But you know it. But if and that could be the key difference in this battle, if Darrisaw maybe plays or not. Um, but and then And then how would you feel like overall, like with Zach Taylor, currently? I mean, I don't know. I mean, the temperature of the Bengals fan base with Zach Taylor, but um, how are you feeling with Zach Taylor as head coach?
Yeah, he has been on a lot of people's minds. This is going to probably make or break season now. Excuse me. Um, just because now we have to actually prove what he's doing. He can't rely on Burrow, so he has to pull everything together and get us that win. But he's been with us. I think this is his seventh season, and we've had winning records the last four, but it's not that great.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you went to the Super Bowl. I mean, I mean, now if I mean, how long was that ago? Like, but was it like Super Bowl? Now I'm literally trying to like Super Bowl. Was that like that was like oh yeah, that was like 4 5 no 5, I don't know, it was like 4 or 5 years ago. And obviously looking for to get back to that point. And I don't know. I mean, the the question I asked is like, do you think you could get to back to that like point again? Or I think actually the bigger question, actually, maybe I should ask this because I've seen this being floated around. Like, do you think the Bengals organization? I mean, are it doing enough for Joe Burrow or and you know, because I've been hearing like, it's like, do you think he's gonna be like the next Andrew Luck? Or I don't know. I mean, yeah, I just posed that to you because that's after what happened last week in the injuries. Like, is this gonna become the norm? So
Really, I really hope not. Like like I said, our line has improved, just not as much as I. We have brought like the last several years, brought Ted Harrison, we brought Belinda Brown in, we drafted Marius Mims last year. Everyone wasn't too high on him, but he has gotten better. And then this year, our second round pick, Fairchild, I think, he has done a really good job.
okay, okay. Um, so I mean, I'm hoping for the same. I mean, I'm hoping for that it's not the same thing, and that they're gonna give him enough protection, because I think that's been the whole thing that's been said about the Bengals. And um, you know I know. I mean, we'll see how that shows up, like against like Jake Browning, for example. Um, how much of a pass rush we're gonna get. I know we like to blitz a lot. Brian Flores likes to blitz a lot. And and a lot of teams like to blitz a lot against maybe your own line. Um, oh, Taryn has like, would you agree with this statement? Bengals defense has not been the same since losing Jesse Bates.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, so, um, I guess, I have not having someone, I don't know. I mean, the secondary, um, do you think I don't know. I mean, how would you think the secondary has improved? Or like, sorry, it has like, well, I mean, I know losing Jesse Bates, obviously, in 2020, that was 20 after 2022. That I think that was the Super. or maybe it was I think it was a Super Bowl year. Um, I don't know exactly. But um, you know, obviously you do have with Trey Henderson, you have a great pat. You will always have a decent to great pass rush. Um, but do you think the secondary is like better? Is it you think it's going to hold up against? I mean, obviously you're not going to play Jordan Addison, but you're just looking to have to face Justin Jefferson. Do you think it can do enough against Justin Jefferson, or do you think like I don't? Are you think it's or you think you're going to have to rely on your pass rush to force um, some some bad passes by Carson Wentz, basically?
See, but we have like we've improved, but we also have a new defensive coordinator this year, so everyone's looking into that. I
Yeah,
don't know. I I would not be surprised if Jefferson does go off.
yeah. So you think? Do you think that this could be like a higher score? I mean, like a regular, type of matchup, or you think this could be like a absolutely like because what I was thinking maybe at the start of the season because didn't know anything if how the Bengals defense was going to be or how these two court like I was already thinking that this might be like a high scoring matchup. Do you think? I mean, I don't know. I'm not even sure. I don't know now with Carson Wentz and Jake Browning. But could this be like a higher scoring matchup, or do you think like maybe this is like more regular, medium, or regular scoring type of how this is gonna go?
I really don't know.
You really don't know
Yeah.
yet.
There's so many variables going on with the injuries and everything.
Yeah, I'm sort of like um I'm sort of like I don't know. Like there's a lot of I don't knows in this game. Had this been, with two healthy quarterbacks, maybe we would have maybe a better, more clear um, answer. Yeah. Oh, Taryn. I mean, I've been this has been the question that I've been like, is Wentz going to be improvement over JJ? I mean, in the short term, at least, yes. Um, but I do think in terms of JJ needs time. Also, I think he just needs to he needs to like relax a little bit. But you know, but um, maybe he can learn a thing or two under Carson Wentz. Who knows? Who really knows? So yeah. But yeah, I mean, I guess in terms of yeah, could go either way with these receivers. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. If everything can get going, you know, Jamar, Jamar and T Higgins, and then obviously we have at don't forget about Adam Thielen. So yeah, we got Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, and then Addison. This is the last game he's going to be suspended for. So yeah. But do you feel like confident in terms of like, okay, you know you're gonna win this game because obviously Carson Wentz, this is his first time starting with this new team. Jake Browning has some experience. I know there's gonna be a lot of, obviously we said a lot of variables, but like, what is your confidence going into this game, or do you like? I mean, you don't. I mean, you don't have to give me like an exact score, but like, do you feel do you how like your confidence going into the like you think you can maybe win this. You can win this game.
I think we can. I think it'll be close. I don't know, like how. I think within like 3, 4 points probably.
By 3 points, you said? Is that what you said?
Yeah, 3 points.
Yeah, yeah. That's perfectly fair. And this game, like I don't know why, because I was looking like in terms of like favorability, like we are why we're favored in this game. Maybe it's just because we're like the home team by like I don't know by how many points it was I checked, but you know I mean, was it we're favored by 2.5 points. I mean that's not too much, but it could just be because we're home. So honestly, this is really a coin flip for me. Like how I feel, I am. Hello, Luke. And by the way, I also say hello everyone who has joined in during this, whether it's Marcos, Kaylee, Charles, Alex, Taryn, Jacob, Luke. Like I said, Luke, and then Tom, Tom Brady. So, yeah, this, I hope, like I'm just hoping for the best. Like I'm just like whatever, as long as we look, competitive out there, I'll be fine. Um and but at the same time, like if McCarthy's gonna be out for like 3 weeks, I'm hoping for at least between you, the Steelers, and the Browns, I'm hoping for at least 2 wins out of there. Um, and I mean, it could be against the Steelers and the Browns, but if we could get more than that, that'd be that would be good. But oh God, yeah, I know, we know Tom Brady. We know what we are. Um, you know, I don't know, Steph. You have any interest in joining the 0-4 club with me and the Bills? So,
I have to say, we are both fans of very cursed cities. Even
Curse
our
City.
baseball teams have gone 35 years without, 34, 35 years each without World Series now.
Hmm. Yeah, we've gone a long time without a championship, and but hey, at least you can say you got to see your team in a Super Bowl recently, or like one of your teams in a championship recently. Because I can't even say that, Steph. Like Mike. I mean, yeah, it was a heartbreaker for you against the Rams. I was really cheering for you guys because I feel like how the Rams when they moved from St. Louis to Los Angeles, I feel like that was all. Yeah, I was that. I mean, I had no interest in rooting for the Rams, and I really wanted you guys to win. It was just heartbreaking the way that it happened because I really thought you guys were gonna win that one, and it just I guess it wasn't meant to be. But um, but you think, I mean, maybe you can get to that point again. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So, oh yeah, a lot of people were cheering for the Bengals that day. Oh yeah, I remember because Aaron Donald was just, yeah. I'm trying to remember that timeline. It was just, yeah, everyone just didn't.
Excuse you, what did your Badgers do today,
Okay, I didn't know if you were. I did not know if you were an Ohio State fan or you like a Cincinnati uh, fan or not. So, good to know that you're an. Good to know. Good to actually know that you're an Ohio State fan. So yeah, no comp. See, See, that's what it is. That's what it is. So, yeah, it's also tough to, you know, and would you say your biggest, who would you say your biggest rival is? Because obviously you've had now, that you've, it could be a division one, or is it like the Chiefs, for example? Like, what would you say?
The Chiefs was such a big factor one from the second AFC Championship, and the mayor said, "Oh, we're going to take the Burrowhead," and then Chelsea went off. Like ultimately, it's always going to be the Browns and the Steelers going to be the top rivals.
Browns and the Steelers. No Ravens?
I don't really consider them because they haven't been around as much. Like that, we have a lot of close games with them. But Browns get considered to be in the same state. Steelers, they always be dirty against us.
Yeah. But you don't have like you one that you hate the most, like the Browns or the Steelers.
Growing up, it was the Browns, but ever since Timo Van Oldenhoffen took out Martin Potter's knee, it moved to being Pittsburgh.
Okay. All right. So that's yeah, I think that is good. That I would probably agree. I would probably agree with that answer. Definitely, uh, the Browns back then were definitely always whenever you have like that state rivalry. I remember, or like even like for the Vikings would be like a border battle between them and the Packers. It's definitely something to hang on. Definitely most hated, and then um, you know, or and then you sort of, and then once that, I mean, I guess in your case, the Browns, maybe, I mean, they're still always going to be a state competitor, but the Steelers have been more competitive with you, you would say. Um, so maybe that's probably where that more rivalryness comes from. So yeah. Um, I mean, I don't know what else I'm trying to think of right now, but oh, there was one stat. Because this series I did want is currently is currently um what is it? You are leading 8-7 right now, and if I'm not mistaken, God, ever since or maybe the home team, uh, yeah, I mean, at least since the last time, I don't think you've ever won in Minnesota. So maybe this that's what Saddle looking at. Yeah, you have never won in Minnesota yet. But the home team has usually dominated this series so far. So maybe your guys' luck will change. Um, and you know, I don't know. I mean, does stuff like that, like does stuff like certain like stats like that, or you know make you like, are you worried about that you guys haven't won in Minnesota, or like, or just like whenever you play an opponent, like oh, like no team has ever done this, or like does that um get at you at all, or no?
Honestly, not anymore. Once we made it, Alex, I'm sorry. I know this is you guys now, but once we went 30 years without a postseason victory, I don't care about those stats anymore.
That's fair. That is fair. I totally get it. Did you, okay, and how, well, you don't have to, I mean, um but what, What would you say? I would say. Well, do you want to answer this now, or do you want to wait? Okay.
He knows my feelings about this work match. We'll see. We'll see if I do it.
Okay. Okay. And you don't have to, I guess, answer. Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry, I didn't know if you were gonna, if you wanted to, if you were comfortable answering Jim's question about but yeah, I mean the Bengals have been to 3 Super Bowls. Both it was Niners. Was it Niners? Both two Niners and oh yeah, wow.
So it means
So
that all three teams.
So do you have any any bad feelings toward the 49ers, or you're like, eh?
I actually don't. When I was a teenager, I actually really started liking them. But I see young jerseys. So I followed them. They were my second team.
Okay, 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 yeah. I get, yeah, a lot of people definitely were at that time. So absolutely. And then after the 80s Niners came the 90s Cowboys, and I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if you're also, you don't really care for the Cowboys, or
My brother was actually thinking back then. He doesn't have a team now, but he went between like the Cowboys and for some reason the Jets right now. Don't ask me why.
interesting, intriguing, I would say. So, and also hello, Rebecca. Um, but yeah. Uh, um, and and I guess one thing I did skip over in terms of your offense, you did when you paid. Did you agree with the paying Joe Burrow, T Higgins, and Jamar Chase? All the massive uh, you know 3 massive contracts, and or do you like think maybe it should have been done, or like or how they handle that whole situation, because people are saying they basically are putting it all into their offense. I don't know, how do you think they are handling that cap situation?
We had to we had to be together. It the both receivers should have been fine last year, really.
Okay. Okay. um yeah, no money left for Trey Hendricks. I mean, he did get it. He got a boost. I don't know. We'll see if Trey returns next year. Um, at least you're not the Dallas Cowboys, and you're trading away uh, your star defensive player. Um, yeah, I'm not Jerry Jones. I'm not. I hate you, Jerry. I hate you, Jerry. That's all I can say. Um, oh, but yeah, just whatever you do, don't give Trey Hendrickson to the Green Bay Packers, or I guess the Detroit Lions. So if that's something that
Not
ends
if the
up
Packers
happening,
they have touched.
they got Aiden Hutchinson. Yeah, that's true. But I just don't want any of those two, because I'm not even like the Bears. Like, I don't even know the Bears can recover at this point. I don't know, something, there's a curse being put on, just like our team. Like, I think there's a curse in Chicago. So even if Trey Henderson were to go to like the Bears, I wouldn't be too worried about it. But like if he were to go, but like if somehow he were to go to like the Packers, where they would have Micah and Trey, or the Lions, or with Aiden and and then Aiden and Trey, I would lose it. I would I would lose it. Yeah, but yeah, the Bears, we know that the Bears. Um, Give him to Buffalo.
No,
Oh, 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 God, God, wow. The thing is, you've had the you guys had Buffalo's number for the most part. So, but yeah, that would hurt if. Wow, that would hurt. That would hurt. Oh, wow. Well, I I don't know. Damn, damn, that was really that really stinged. Um, I mean, at least it's not Kansas City, given I mean, they got Chris Jones, so
sorry, Kaylee.
so um but I don't know. You think you're gonna keep him? I guess that.
I would hope we would have to buy him next year, but I don't know if that'll happen.
Yeah. I'm sort of thinking like the same thing too. Like
It's
I
so
want him to stay there, but
that once we gave him just this year, like he's gone.
yeah. Yeah, it's sort of like this is like the last hurrah, basically, or I don't know, but um, but yeah, and but I mean, I don't know. We'll see for sure. Um, but yeah. So like you said, they're gonna win by 3. I think my prediction was also 3, but obviously in the other direction because I don't know. I can't handle seeing Jake Browning, you know, go into the camera and take on something like that. You should not have cut me again. Um, I couldn't take it. I couldn't do that again. Um, with again, but this should be, but this honestly, even though yes, this is not the game that everyone thought this was going to be. Um, I think this could definitely be interesting in its own way, and you know, and and Luke is saying Bengals defeat the Vikings 2016. So he's just predicting a little bit lower of a matchup. So he does. So he thinks the. So he is also a believer in the. I don't know if he's a believer in the Bengals defense, or he just thinks Carson Wentz is going to do that bad. So we'll see how you know like I said, I'm hoping that we can have another successful Ginger in the regular season. Uh, you know, um, but we'll see. Maybe not. But I mean, um, yeah, I don't know. I'm sort of like, I mean, yeah, that would be. Oh yeah, that would be painful. Yeah, that. Sorry, what Rebecca was commenting on the Jake Browning. Yeah, yeah. You're saying Carson is Luke. Luke. Okay, Luke. Is Carson Wentz or JJ McCarthy? Which one? Which one you think is less of a bum? I'm gonna wait for that response. But yeah. Um, you know, um, I'm hoping for the best. For you know for Joe Burrow. I'm hoping that speed recovery, um, and um, and it's gonna be a great matchup. But at this exact moment, Wentz, but it's a low bar to clear. Of course, I knew he was gonna say that. I knew he was gonna say that. Tie. Would you be fine with a tie, Steph, or?
Yeah, probably.
You'll
Sometimes
probably go.
people like me fall into it more.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Um, but hey, yeah. So um, I don't know. I don't. I don't really got much else to say on this game. I don't. Do you have anything else you want to say about this game?
Yeah.
No, not really. Yeah, yeah. Guys, it's just the battle of the backup quarterbacks. Just with the CBS's top crew. Yeah. This is gonna. I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I really want a giant. Yeah, oh yeah, you really wanted a Giants Cowboys tie just for fun. Yeah, maybe this will be like the Giants and the Cowboys. Who knows? Game that people don't are not intrigued with actually could end up being something. Um, but um, but Steph, I really want to thank you for joining me uh, and talking about the Bengals and learning. I mean, and learning about how you became a fan and just all the you know you know and just your thoughts on how the Bengals are going to have been you know do, doing and all that. So I really appreciate it. And and besides the Vikings, in terms of an AFC team to support, I really really like the Cincinnati Bengals as much as as much as I mean, I also like the Bill. I mean, I also like the Bills as well, but like Cincinnati, it's sort of I don't know. I sort of like I want the Bills and Vikings 0 and 4, secretly like 0 and 4. We need to keep the 0 and 4 relationship going. So I'm like, you know what? The Bills, good team to root for, but like I want them. I like Joe Burrow, and I like what the Bengals can do, and at least like I know they can beat the Kansas City Chiefs, unlike the Buffalo Bills, Luke. Because they probably should have won last year, but yeah, we know she's got that voodoo magic going on. So yeah, but but once again, thank you, Steph. You've been you've been a pleasure. And good luck. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So, yeah, thank you all again in here who came in here Rebecca, Luke, Jim, everyone else I mentioned at the start of the stream who came in. You guys have been amazing to come in and help interact and be interacting with us as well. We're gonna see if we're both gonna be 2-1 after tomorrow, or if the Bengals can keep it up and be 3-0, which would be very helpful in staying in contention. Um, Not only in the AFC North, but also the AFC playoffs. So, yeah, it can be good. So, yeah, thank you all for watching. Um, this has been this has been Adam, and I want to make sure that is Steph. Steph, yeah, I want to make sure I'm pointing in the right direction. I don't want to be pointing the. I don't want to mess this up. I don't want. I got to do next time. It's opposite way because I was pointing toward you, and no, it's this way. So that is Steph. Um, yeah, yeah, you can wave to everyone, Steph. Um, it's been Adam, also known as Minnesota Vikings Man 28. Thank you all, and I will. I know I will for this channel. I will see you. I will see you tomorrow as I'll be streaming the game. So how's so how's the how's the prep
A
Apprentice.
friend of what he calls Charlie, my recommended cat. He's been good. He actually left me alone today, so that is surprising.
Yeah. Wait, one question. Is your cat like an orange cat, like orange cat? Or
Gray Brown. He's the one I had
gray brown?
picture.
Oh, in your picture. Wait. Oh, wait.
Did you check?
Sorry, I did not even. I was like, I did not even look. Oh, sorry. See, this is how bad I am. Is he in your
Check
main?
across the Discord. On
Oh,
the main Discord picture too. Yeah.
sorry. Oh yeah, now I see. Okay. Ah, yes. Oh, that's such a cutie. Yeah. I was just like, would you ever consider getting an orange cat for the Bengals? Because I know Rebecca has an orange cat named Garfield. So I'll just I'm playing. But yeah, but thank you all again, Adam, Steph. Thank you all for me, Skull, and I guess a who day for Steph. So thank you all. Yeah, who day, Kitty goes meow. Can't forget Kitty goes meow. Um, so yeah, so thank you all for watching, and as all and peace out, everybody. Have a great night. Goodbye.